For backhand serve receives, adjusting your rhythm is crucial. When preparing to receive, first, get low, bend your knees, and engage your core. In your ready stance, your center of gravity should be leaning forward, not flat or on your heels. When the serve comes, let me explain my mindset, topspin. As you prepare and the opponent is about to serve, the first thing you must do is give yourself a mental command. For example, watch this. Topspin. I give myself a mental command, but you can't say it out loud, as that's illegal. I think everyone should adopt this habit of giving themselves a command. Many players can't distinguish between sidespin topspin and sidespin backspin because they just swing without really reading the spin. If you want to change this, at the moment the server contacts the ball, use this simple mental cue to judge, top or back. Top or back. For example, against a sidespin topspin serve, your stroke must be distinct. Lift your racket and close the angle to press forward. Closing the angle means tilting the top edge of your racket forward. This downward-facing angle is necessary to control the kick from the incoming topspin. Now, watch my action closely. Topspin. You must trust your judgment. Once you give the command, execute the topspin stroke immediately. Let's do it again. For example, topspin. Trust yourself. Got it, players? Without this mental command, your stroke will be hesitant. Many players do this. Watch as he serves. It's always this neutral, in-between stroke. It's too big for a topspin return and lacks the brushing motion for a backspin return. They use a neutral return, so the action is unclear. For topspin, you lift and go forward. For backspin, you drop and brush up. They're not doing either. The stroke is always neutral, a hesitant mix of hitting and looping, on both the forehand and backhand. This neutral stroke is a common mistake. It sends topspin balls long, off the table, and backspin balls into the net because it fails to properly counteract either spin. This type of stroke only works against semi-spinny balls, the kind you can push, hit, or loop. Against any ball with heavy spin, you will fail to return it. This is a common problem for many players. First, you must differentiate your strokes, the drive, the loop, the topspin return, and the backspin return. Watch, he'll serve a long forehand. For a ball like this, on the receive, just serve sidespin backspin. When the serve comes, you know it's backspin, so why are you still using a topspin stroke to return it? Therefore, in serve-receive, you must both read the spin correctly and execute the right stroke. If you read it right but use the wrong stroke, you'll miss. If you use a good stroke but read it wrong, you'll also miss. You must get both right. Your action must match your anticipation. This is the core lesson. The mental cue, top or back, is the bridge that connects your brain's judgment, anticipation, to your hand's movement, action. One more serve. Everyone watch. The serve is clearly backspin, so why are they using a topspin stroke? Many players do this, right? I've hit a nerve here. It's true, players. So, you must differentiate your strokes for topspin and backspin. For instance, if I identify the serve as backspin, you should get your body lower, focusing on brushing the ball and completing your follow-through. If I see it's topspin, I lift my racket up like this. I no longer make the mistake of dropping my racket for a topspin ball and then trying to lift it. That's how you miss the return. You have to differentiate between the two. It's the same for the backhand. For a topspin serve, keep your racket above the table. For a backspin serve, you can't keep it high, you must get under it, or the ball will go into the net. I must consciously think, get down for the ball. Then I'll be able to return it correctly. First, your strokes must be distinct, and this applies to both penhold and shakehand grips. You need to identify the spin, then give yourself that mental command. Then, based on that judgment and command, you decide on your stroke. Keep your strokes distinct. Avoid that hesitant, in-between motion. This type of stroke will go long against heavy topspin and into the net against heavy backspin. It only works for semi-spinny balls. Therefore, our strokes must be definite and clear. Okay? Let me review the process. First, perfect your ready stance. Let's talk about hand position. Keep it in front of your body. If your racket is open like this, your opponent will likely serve backspin. But if your racket angle is closed, they will probably serve topspin. Your ready position should have a neutral racket angle, pointing forward, for both penhold and shakehand grips. Topspin, backspin, you must be able to adjust your racket angle instantly based on the incoming serve. This applies to both grips. Down for backspin, up for topspin. The change has to be instantaneous. During your preparation, your mind can't be blank. You must focus intently on the opponent's racket at the moment of contact. Watch, for example, as he serves, backspin. Give the command backspin, and your hand obeys, dropping down for the stroke. Again, let's judge the next one. Topspin. Your hand obeys, lifting up to execute the topspin return. Otherwise, your serve-receive will never improve. I'm serious. See how the command triggers the correct ready position. For topspin, the racket starts higher, allowing you to press forward and down on the ball. This applies to the forehand side as well. If your mind is blank, your reaction will be slow. Stay focused. Watch the server's motion. As I taught you before for judging side spin, focus on the contact point. Backspin. Your hand obeys and drops down, correct? Now watch this one, topspin. Lift your racket, and execute the topspin stroke with a full follow-through. Use this mental command, and start changing your game from this point forward. However, I don't recommend saying it out loud. While it might be permissible, it can be very distracting to your opponent. Just think top or back in your head. That's all you need. Then, as the serve comes, use your judgment to make your top and back strokes clear, distinct, and well separated. Summary: 1. Ready stance. 2. Watch server's contact. 3. Give internal command, top or back. 4. Execute the distinct stroke that matches the command. No hesitation. Make them distinct and clear. This will help you all improve significantly.